Welcome back to more fun facts on the White Lines. Now on Wednesday the 27th of May 2020, the Demerit Point System became law in Trinidad and Tobago. So what do we need to know about this Demerit Point System? Well, let's find out. Arrive Alive has been advocating for quite some time now for better road management and has partnered with the Ministry of Works and Transport to develop what they call a better system to keep TNT's drivers more safe and accountable on the roadways, which is not such a bad thing. Fewer accidents on the road means more drivers going home every day to their friends and families. And whether you are a new or experienced driver, it's important to be aware of the changes to the traffic laws to avoid gaining points on your license. An easy way to keep up to date on what's changing is to download this free booklet, either from the Arrive Alive website or the website of the Ministry of Works and Transportation. But here are the highlights. The Demerit Point System was designed to encourage drivers to behave safely and responsibly on the roadways. Every driver starts with 0 points on their license and gains points when they violate or break the law. When your points get too high, you may lose your license or be forced to undergo some sort of rehabilitation program in order to get your license back. Again, this new system has gone into effect Wednesday the 27th of May 2020. So how does this whole system work? Demerit points will be added to your license when you pay your ticket, you're convicted in court for a violation, or you fail to pay your ticket in the allotted time given to you. If you fail to pay during your allotted period, you may end up paying more. Every driver starts with 0 points on their license, and points are added to that license when you break the law, and can stay on your record for a maximum of 2 years. Too many points on your license could mean disqualification from driving for a specific period of time. For new drivers, over 7 demerit points on your license in less than 12 months from the date your license was issued means back to the drawing board. And it can take you over a year before you are allowed to drive again. For experienced drivers, more than 10 demerit points but less than 14 could mean 6 months disqualification. Over 14 points but less than 20 could mean up to a year's disqualification. Over 20 points could mean up to 2 years disqualification from driving. Failure to surrender your license after being notified by the licensing authority could mean an additional penalty of $5,000 and or further disqualification for up to 1 year. But it's not all doom and gloom. If you lose your license or you're disqualified, you can get it back. If you are asked to surrender your license, do so within the specified time period. Don't make the situation worse by thinking you could evade it. When your disqualification period ends, your points disappear and you start fresh. Your driving license will be reissued to you. Once you complete a driving rehab program, you may also have to retake your test and pay the reissuing fees that apply. It's that simple. The World Health Organization is not only concerned with diseases that impact human health, but also activities that pose a great risk to human life as well. So much so that in 2018, they established some policies and practices that are required to enhance road safety. So while Corona and COVID are the buzzwords of the day, road-related fatalities have taken 1.3 million lives worldwide in 2016 alone. And that's almost the entire population of Trinidad and Tobago. Road safety is no joke, so let's be safe out there. Obey the traffic laws. Matter of fact, obey all the laws. And while we're on the topic of safety, let's talk about nighttime driving. Now, did you know that driving at night is one of the most dangerous times to drive? Bad vision, glare, fatigue, impaired drivers. What if your headlights aren't bright enough, or worse yet, aren't focused for the road? If it's raining and your AC isn't working properly, your glass can fog up, and your passengers won't feel safe seeing you driving and wiping the glass at the same time. It's just not a good look. These risks are especially pronounced coming closer to the weekend, and at its peak on Saturday night. Because of longer working hours, shift systems, longer commutes, and having to make stops after work, most of us find ourselves regularly driving home at night. And if you fall into this category, have you checked your depth perception lately? What about your peripheral vision or your color recognition? At night, all of these are compromised. Glaring lights from oncoming traffic can temporarily blind a driver. Even with your high beams on, your vision is limited to about 500 feet, half of that with regular headlights. This creates less reaction time if something were to happen in front of you while driving. But here are some other tips for driving at night. Start by setting up your car for nighttime driving. Turn down your dash lights to the lowest setting. The less lights inside the car, the better your visibility outside. As you move into darker areas, out of the city and into less lit zones, your headlights become more important. Ensure that your headlights are focused on the road. To do so, check with your mechanic and ask him to adjust your lights for nighttime driving. Clean off mud and dirt from your headlight lens and ensure your bulbs, low, high, and turn signals are all shining their brightest. And also check that they're all working as well. Turn signal lights are also your hazard lights, so you want to ensure that all of these bulbs are functioning as well, in case you get into an emergency situation at night. Remember, it's equally important for other drivers to see you as it is for you to see them. And that's it for today's episode. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time on The White Lines.